Okay, let's go.
Yes, yes, I'm so excited. I put myself up for this challenge. I decided to eat cabbage and carrots for 5 days during my menstrual flow. For me, it was about achieving three important things during this my period, during my menstrual flow. All right. For some ladies, when they go through their periods, it's totally a different ball game altogether. I know, yes, I'm into wellness adventure, believing in natural remedies to do what? Nurture and heal my body. But I decided to take it a step further by doing this 5 day challenge because there's something that I wanted to achieve in my menstrual flow. I decided to eat cabbage and carrot consistently during this period of my life. Okay. One thing that I observe is that during my period, I notice that I don't go to toilet. Like I'm slightly constipated. Maybe it will take me like 2 days to use the toilet. And I noticed that there is mild cramps and I wanted zero cramps. I, for one, I know that I've healed to a certain level when it comes to my hormones, inflammations, etc. Because back then in the university, I know I used to have terrible menstrual cramps, heavily constipated, heavily bloated. Okay, but all that have reduced drastically because in wellness journey is actually a journey, like it's a process. So you're moving from A to B, B to C, C to D, like that. You keep connecting the dots for your hormones, for your metabolism, for your insulin until it never ends. Like it never ends. Okay, so I did this, and what happened? For those of us that are just, you're listening up and saying, is it possible to actually eat cabbage raw? Yes, it was a raw cabbage. And yes, raw carrots too. So look at the mixture. I just mixed everything together and nothing like mayonnaise, nothing like any kind of this thing. It was just raw cabbage and raw carrots. I didn't boil any of it, okay? So somebody might be scared and say, won't you get more bloated? It is okay. No, 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 no. Studies have proven that the indigestible fiber in carrots and cabbage actually helps with bowel movement. And the cabbage is actually very, very rich in folate. And as a woman menstruating, you know you're losing blood, folate is leaving, and you need vitamin K too. And the cabbage is rich in vitamin K. You need potassium too and magnesium. Cabbage is rich in it too. Okay. So I wanted to achieve these two things. You don't have to have so many things that you want to achieve. Okay. It was all up for a challenge for me. And I have nothing to lose about it. All right. All right. So I did that and this happened. For instance, every morning, immediately I wake up, have my exercise, take my shower. I'm not somebody that once I wake up, I'm up to the food. It is a no because I run on this intermittent fasting for myself, for my hormones, considering where I am in my hormones, looking out for my hormones in this my present season and age is all about. So many of us don't know that we eat, and actually our routine should actually align with our age too. Okay, so I'm not such an instant morning eater. I take my time, do some other stuffs before I do that. So but mainly what I was consuming during this 5 day journey was cabbage and carrots with lots and lots of water, and I was physically active too. Okay. So, and guess what? Those two major things that prompted me to do this challenge happened. Throughout these 5 days that I was having my flow, I was using the bowel, but I was freely moving my bowel. I was having good bowel movement. Once I wake up in the morning, yes. And I noticed that the cramp was really reduced to the barest, like I felt nothing. I felt nothing. When did I start? I started right after I saw the first spot that yes, my period is about to pop out. I started, okay? And I was consistent about it. One thing with us when we're making holistic and wellness adventure is that many of us are not consistent. So consistency is the key. The 5 day was consistent enough for me because my period runs for that 5 days. Okay. For you can take it a step further. You and I know that it gets to a level that sometimes you're struggling to metabolize your estrogen. And this is where cabbage comes in to help you do what? Metabolize that estrogen very, very well. So you don't get to pile up all those excess abdominal weight, even the constant bloating, difficulty sleeping. Yes, sometimes there could be pain. All right. And one more thing that I actually wanted to achieve too is to, and I equally noticed that my knees were hurting me, mild hot, and I didn't want any kind of hot at all. I don't like pains. I always say it. If you know how you want your body to feel in next 10 years, next 15 years, the journey starts now. The journey starts now, okay? And throughout this 5 day, I didn't experience any of those things. So it was a thing of joy for me, and I decided that I will share it, especially for those of us that you don't actually have to be where I am to do this challenge for yourself. It could be that you're even in a very um, terrible symptoms when it comes to having your period. You could start implementing right away the raw cabbage and the raw carrot and the raw carrots. There are so many other health benefits that are attached with these carrots and cabbage, like your skin glowing up, you having all the vitamin A, vitamin E, the antioxidants, etc. Okay. But I wanted to just work on these three things and it came through for me. You as a woman, it can equally happen for you. Remember, implementation is the key. Implementation is the key. And it doesn't have to be complicated. So many a times now, some persons will be asking, tell us how much you ate. Just eat as much as possible. Okay. For me, this quantity of carrot was what I used, 3 carrots, okay, with this amount of cabbage, okay, and it served me awesomely. For some of us that you know that you are in a very terrible place in your hormones, in your metabolism, in all of those symptoms that come with menstrual flow, you might need to increase it, maybe even take it morning, afternoon, night. Morning, afternoon, night, okay? And you will see the impact it's going to have on your hormones, the impact it's going to have on your metabolism. Because, yes, even though it seems as if, oh, maybe it's going to help your energy level too. It's going to help you be alert, mentally alert, because all of these things are plant-based. Plant-based meals are very, very compatible with our hormones compared to animal-based meals. So let me know in the comment section if you've actually done cabbage and carrots, or only cabbage or only carrots. Let me know how you are feeling, all right? Because here I believe in using divine intelligence and natural remedies to nurture and heal our body. Wherever you are, it's a journey inspired by faith and perfect understanding that you can do this. He wish above all things that you and I prosper and be in good health. Even as I was so prosperous, thank you for tuning in today.